constitutional provision only, the proper care has been taken against the illegal dismissal, removal, or reduction in rank of the employees. Now, regarding the termination of the services, when the services of an employee is terminated, sometimes we say it amounts to punishment to that person. So, when it amounts to punishment, then it is said the protection under 311 are available only when the dismissal, removal, or reduction in rank is by way of a punishment. So, in Parshottam Lal Dhingra, one of the renowned case of 311, Supreme Court said two tests. They have laid down two tests to determine whether the termination is by way of punishment or not. So, the first test is that whether the servant had a right to hold the post or, just a minute. Whether the servant had the hold the post or not, whether he has what we can say, whether that particular person has holded that post, as a or the inquiry, where the president or the governor, as the case may be, satisfied that in the interest of the security of the state, it is not expedient to hold such inquiry. So, ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, which has to be followed in every inquiry. Now, an employee who is convicted on criminal charges need not to be given an opportunity to be heard before his dismissal from services. However, in Divisional Personnel Officer Southern Railway T.R. Challappan case, Supreme Court held that imposition of the penalty of dismissal, removal, reduction in rank without holding an inquiry is unconstitutional and illegal. So, suppose one employee is facing the criminal charges in criminal court. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಈ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ದಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕೋದು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಹೌ? ಬೈ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸಲ್, ರಿಮೂವಲ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಅದಾವ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ನೋ ದಟ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಅಕ್ವಿಟೆಡ್ ಲೇಟರ್, ಬಟ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ವಿಕ್ಟೆಡ್, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅವನ್ ದೋಷಿ ಅದಾನಂತ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ದೆ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು. He might be convicted for some different reason. But ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ದಿಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. Okay. Then in Union of India versus Tulsiram Patel case, the court said that dismissal, removal and reduction of rank of a person convicted of criminal charges is in public interest and therefore not violative of Article 300. So, ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ if the guilt is proved beyond the doubts, there are no appeals also, or suppose the judgment of the lower court is confirmed by the appellate court, in that case, if that person has been removed from the services without inquiry, that is valid and not violating Article 311 ಅಂತ next case naga Supreme Court ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ. Then in state of Gujarat versus Umed Bhai Patel, the court laid down some principles about this. That when the service of a public servant is no longer useful to the general administration, the officer can be compulsorily retired in public interest. We know that certain times some public officers are not doing any work at all, or there is no contribution of them in the government's work. That time he can be compulsorily retired under compulsory retirement provisions. Then ordinarily the order of the compulsory retirement is not to be treated as punishment under Article 311. And for better administration, it is necessary that entire service record of the officer has to be seen. And any adverse entries made in the confidential, what we can say, any adverse entries are made in the confidential record shall be taken for such a kind of things. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅವಾಗ ಹಿಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸೀನ್. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಲಸಿ ರೈವಲರಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಂತಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡೇನೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ದ ಪನಿಷ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸಲ್, ರಿಮೂವಲ್, ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. Then while suspension of a government employee, it is not a punishment. Suspension till the inquiry ಅವನಿಗೆ suspend ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So it is neither dismissal nor removal. So the employee cannot claim a reasonable opportunity to be heard. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು, ನೋ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಮೀ ಅಂತ ಅವನೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್. Because by suspension only they can start the inquiry of the dismissal or removal. ಅವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Now Article 311 clause 2 provides that the reasonable opportunity of being heard is not applicable in two circumstances. Actually, whenever the government employee has to be dismissed or removed from his services, compulsory ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನ್ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. Means opportunity of being heard should be given. That is the rule. But in these two cases, we say that is not, in three cases rather, that is not necessary. First is that where a person is dismissed or removed or reduced in rank on the ground of conduct which has led to his conviction on a criminal charges. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆ ಮನುಷ್ಯಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಅವನು ಅಪರಾಧಿ ಅಂತ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದವರು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನೋ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಎನಿ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಟು ಬಿ ಹರ್ಡ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, where the authority empowered to dismiss, remove person or reduce in rank satisfied that for some reason to be recorded by that authority in writing, it is not reasonably practicable to hold such inquiry. Anta manshan inquiry possible illa. For example, that person has become mentally ill or that person has become violent. ಅಂತ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇದೆ ರೀ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವನು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸಲ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Then third, where the president or governor, as the case may be, satisfied that in the interest of the security of the state, it is not expedient to hold such inquiry. Suppose if any of the government officer is observed that he have the connection with the terrorist, and that is very much clear, ಅಂತವರಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡೋದು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸಸ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಗವರ್ನರ್. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗವರ್ನರ್ನಿಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕವೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ವಿಚ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ ಟು ದ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ನೇಷನ್. ಅಂತವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಪ್ಪಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇವನ್ without giving them opportunity of hearing, if they have been terminated from the services, that is not wrong or violation of Article 311 anta hai. So next we can see that an employee who is convicted on criminal charges need not to be given opportunity of hearing before his dismissal from services. However, but ಮತ್ತೆ next ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಚೆಲ್ಲಪ್ಪನ್ ಕೇಸ್ನಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ತುಳಸಿರಾಮ್ ಪಟೇಲ್ ನ ಕೇಸ್ನಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ ದ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ when the criminal courts themselves have declared, because criminal courts are the authorities who have absolute power to decide whether a person is guilty or not. ಅಂತವ್ರು ಗಿಲ್ಟಿ ಐತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಡಬಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ತುಳಸಿರಾಮ್ ಪಟೇಲ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿವಿಷನಲ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಕೇಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್, TR ಚಲ್ಲಪ್ಪನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆರ್ಡರ್ reverse side. That order has been changed. Now the court thus overruled its earlier decision of Challappan case, and compulsory retirement simpliciter is not punishment, it is done for public interest. So the employee cannot claim any opportunity of hearing in case he has been compulsorily retired from the services. Okay. In state of Gujarat versus Umid Bhai Patel, the court laid down the following principles. That when the services of the permanent servant is no longer useful to the general administration, okay, the officer can be compulsorily retired in the public interest. And that time, for better administration, whatever he has done, his old acts that has to be seen, his service register has to be seen, and an order of compulsory retirement is not liable to be quashed by the court merely on showing that while passing it, excommunicated adverse remarks were taken into consideration. So the circumstances by itself cannot be a basis for interference. Temporary employees and probationers in state of Punjab and another case, the Supreme Court let down still some more cases for the temporary servants. So illi mata enaitri, we have seen about the protections in 311. Then we have seen about the compulsory retirement. Now let us see in this case. We know that nowadays andru ಒಂದು 20 years it is the practice in the government to appoint the temporary employees, ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬಿನ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕೇಸ್. ದ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೊಬೇಷನರ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಚ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ is without anything more would not attract protection and 300. So protection under 311 is applicable only to whom? It is applicable only to the permanent employees. The circumstances preceding or attendant on the order of termination of service have to be examined in each case. The motive behind is immaterial. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ನು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ರೂಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. That in case if it is observed with a misbehavior, what actions we can take, how you will be removed ಅಂತ ಅದೇ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೊಂಡು ಆದೇಶ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಹೊರತು 311 is not applicable in such a cases. Okay. Then in Vaikunthanath versus Chief Medical Officer, the court issued further clarifications regarding the compulsory retirement. They said an order of compulsory retirement is not a punishment. It implies no stigma, but the order has to be passed by the government in public interest. But at Maduvaga, they have to give the principles of natural justice bekantilla, because here that person is not doing any work of his job and simply he is doing the time pass. So at that time, problem will take place. Okay. Now, what are the constitutional safeguards and legal issues relating to the civil servants in India? Already that we have seen. Salpa notes hinda munda agidavri about the article 309 to 323. The provisions are there. 310 now nodidvi. 311 we have seen. See nodri 310 ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದ protections are given. ಬಟ್ 310 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಕಿ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಜಡ್ಜಸ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಅವರು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೈಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಜಡ್ಜಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಚೀಫ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವರು ಹೊರತುಪಡಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಗ್ಬೋದು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. Yeah. So we can see that as these were the 2 points we have seen, protection given to the civil servants, then that they will not be removed by an authority subordinate to the authority who has appointed, and while removing or dismissing or reduction, the proper right to hearing should be given to them. And we have seen about the provisions of compulsory retirement and also the provision of the what we can say as temporary workers. Then in cases like Khemchand versus Union of India, the Supreme Court gave an exhaustive interpretation of the various aspects involved and the administrative authorities authoritative guidelines in dealing the disciplinary cases. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. But one question arises in article 310 and 11 are contrary to article 20 clause 2 or to the principles of natural justice. But said that when a government servant is punished for the same misconduct under the Army Act and also under the Civil Servants Services Act 65, then the question arises that can it be brought under the ambit of double jeopardy? Andre one side they will be punished under the Army Act, one side under the Rules Act. Then the answer was given by the Supreme Court in Union of India versus Sunil Kumar case that the court martial proceeding is different from that of the central rules. So the former deals with the personal aspects of the misconduct and later deals with the disciplinary action. So like nodri normal cases nalli, if a government officer is facing the criminal charges, by he will be punished by criminal courts also, and he will be punished by the department also by way of termination or removal of his services. So ordinarily, natural justice does not postulate a right to be represented or assisted by a lawyer. So in departmental inquiries, usually the lawyers are not allowed, but in extreme cases where extraordinary expertise is required, there only that is given, otherwise not. But in criminal cases, no doubt in courts he will be given that chance, and hence we cannot say it is violative of Article 20. So in conclusion, we can say that the recent case of Pradesh Sharma, the encounter specialist of Mumbai police who has links with underworld and other charges of corruption, was dismissed from his post, which proves that civil servants can't make mockery of law. If they are guilty, then they will be punished, and no matter what position they held. So the main reason for which Article 310 and 11 has been envisaged in the Constitution by the makers of the Constitution is still working today. But it is interesting to note that the framer of the Constitution had an insight of corruption in near future. That's why such provisions were included. So Constitution framers ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು कि these particular people will be subjected to the corruption in the coming future. So though the protection is given in 311 कि they will not be removed by the authority lower than the rank ಅಥವಾ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ, ಬಟ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಕೊಡಲೇಬಾರದು ಅಂತ ಸಹಿತ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ 311 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಫ್ ಸಮ್ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ವೇರ್ ಪ್ರೂವ್ಡ್, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು? ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫ್ರೇಮರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 311 is really felt कि it is need of the hour. ಈಗ ಅದರ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, so with this we'll end today's class. In the next class, okay, I would like to speak, or we will see about the this election commission, and still this election commission is one thing which is remained. Then the provisions of Jammu and Kashmir I have not discussed ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹುಡುಗರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So compared to earlier classes, today I feel that attendance is doubled, but ಇನ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಬರೇ 7 ಜನ ಬಂದಿರಿ ಇವತ್ತು. ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪರ್ಸನಲಿ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಮೈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್, ನಾಟ್ ಸವಿತಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ಸ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೈ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ವಾಟ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್, ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್, then the provisions of Jammu and Kashmir, that is article 370, ಆಮೇಲೆ election commission. ಇಷ್ಟು ನಂದು ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. that I will cover it in the coming days. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ 11 ಜನವರಿ ಮಟ್ಟ ನಿಮ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು, because your exams will be there after that. So the 11th January is the deadline. Till that, make yourself free to attend the classes. So ಇನ್ನೇನ್ ಬಹಳ ದಿವಸ ಉಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ. we are in the first week of December, another 4 to 5 weeks to go. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೀವು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿಲಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಡ್. ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ವಿ ಸೇ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎಮರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್, ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಇರ್ತದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ 370 ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾ ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ಸಾತೀನಿ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಬರುವುದ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಅಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫೈನ್. ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್?
No ma'am. Ma'am, one doubt regarding the internal exam, ma'am.
That is not for your class.
It's not for our class, no ma'am.
No, for you people it is 100 mark question paper ಅಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ರಿ.
Yes ma'am.
4th year of BLLB and 5th year of BLLB ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಖರೆ. ಓಕೆ,
Okay ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.